The creator and executive producer of CSI, Anthony Zuiker, is about to add to his long list of firsts. Last year, he brought us the world's first digi-novel, Level 26, which became an international bestseller. Now he's moving the villain of that book, the killer Squeagle, into tonight's CSI episode. Take a look. Oh, my. And Anthony Zuiker is with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
All right. Level 26 killer, we need to go back and reestablish what that is exactly.
Yeah, so there are 25 levels of evil on the evil scale as they measure serial killers. Level 26 is my next level of fear. So we have taken the forensic proof killer out of Dark Origins.
Right. And the first book, the first digi-novel,
yes,
right?
And put him on CSI Tonight, starring Anne Margaret. She plays Margot Wilton, who's a big victim of this whole conspiracy.
Right.
But the great thing about this move is after the CSI show ends, the story continues in the book Dark Prophecy.
Amazing. It is. It really is amazing. And just to reorient people from the last time you were on, which we were talking about the first digi-novel. For instance, okay, so here's the new one, Dark Prophecy, and you're reading along, and you're through chapter 3, and you get to through chapter 2, you get to chapter 3. To watch Steve Dark's personal tarot card reading, please log on to level26.com and enter the code. And so what people can do, they literally read the book, and then they go to the internet, and then what happens?
That's right. So what happens is basically you read the book cover to cover, and it reads like any great traditional crime novel.
Right.
But in a digi-novel, every 25 pages or so, you log in, enter a code, and it continues a piece of motion picture footage which bridges you from one chapter to another. So it's kind of a separate movie inside the book, on top of a great read in the narrative.
Right. And when you were here the last time, we were sort of introducing this whole thing.
Sure.
Turns out, it's an international bestseller, New York Times bestseller. Did you know then that it would work as well as it turns out to have worked?
Well, we hoped. You know,
I know you hoped, but did you
I'm a huge fan of publishing, motion pictures, and social communities. As we merged all three of those mediums into one, we felt like because of emerging technologies, it was just what the doctor ordered for the publishing industry.
Yeah. So how did you get Anne Margaret onto CSI?
I called her up. She was on the Queen Mary from London to New York.
Right.
I introduced myself, gave her the pitch. She said, let me see a script. They printed it out for her. She read it at night. She was scared to death. Called me up and said, I'm in, and she does a masterful job in the episode tonight.
She looks great. Look how great.
Yeah, she's very fit, and she's gorgeous. She does her own stunts. She's all black and blue.
Really?
Yeah, she's unbelievable.
Oh, how fantastic.
Yeah, and she had a great time.
Yeah, wow. How do we keep track? What show is on what night now? Because there's been some moving around, right?
Well, CSI Las Vegas is on Thursday at 9.
Right, okay.
We have CSI New York on Friday at 9.
Friday at 9, which is new, right?
And CSI Miami is on Sunday.
On Sunday?
Yes.
Wow, that's... it's one thing to have a lot of shows on at once, but those all end up on these sort of critical time spots. How is that in terms of the weight on your shoulders?
Well, you know, our responsibility on Thursday for CSI is a very tough time slot, very competitive. So we've definitely have done all of our great storylines on that show to make sure we could stay in that time slot.
Right.
Friday and Sunday are very important time slots because it's important that we help other shows like Blue Bloods on CBS. And it's all about keeping the network healthy, all of our shows healthy.
And it all seems to be working.
It's our home. It's our home.
All right. Your son is how old?
He's 10 years old.
And he makes a cameo appearance?
Well, he has a pretty good role in this movie, Dark Prophecy, that's inside the book. He plays a young Steve Dark, my protagonist's son.
Right.
And it was his first acting debut. I had a bunch of kids audition, and he picked the sides up and said, I can do this, and did it. And I said, wow, you're kind of a natural. You did a wonderful job. You were
kidding. So there was no, like, I always wanted to do this. Please, Daddy, put me in.
No, he literally one day picked the sides up and said, I can do this. And I was like, wow, what a piece of gumption.
And as somebody who has been around actors for a good portion of your adult life, is that a good thing or not a good thing?
Well, I said, look, you can be whatever you want in your career, but if you want to pursue acting, I'll definitely support you. But he had a wonderful time. In fact, I got in trouble with the wife because I had him up late at night on a shoot, and he was like, get him home. But it's all in the spirit of the movie, you know. So
there you go, all in the family.
The wife keeps you grounded.
Anthony Zuiker, as always, a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much, and congratulations on everything.
Great, thank you.
You can watch CSI Crime crime scene investigation tonight at 9, 8 Central, right here on CBS.